Good morning, everyone. This is Doug Campbell with Right Way Options and your morning market preparation video for January 16th, 2018. Well, good golly, Miss Molly, look at these bulls run. Rarely do you see a run like this where we're just not looking back at all, gapping up and continuing to go higher. Now, clearly we're following a tremendous bull run of 2017. I don't think anyone expected such a strong response to the first part of the year. As a matter of fact, I would venture to say in my 28-year career as a trader, I have not seen such a strong beginning to the year ever in those 28 years. Tremendous bullish energy as we move forward. And, Friday, I think everyone, myself included, was thinking, 3-day weekend ahead, it's likely going to see some profit taking, but not so much. We're looking at a massive gap up here this morning of more than 200 points in the Dow. The bulls are running strong. In fact, so strong you would think that here eventually their heart is going to explode. But you don't want to bet against a market like this, because clearly any bear that happened to step in front of this has just literally been trampled under the feet of those stampeding bulls. And as of this moment, there is no sign that that is going to stop. Now, I will caution you, if you are already long in this market, stay long this market until the pressure is either so big that you need to start taking some profits, scaling out, or you see signs of a rollover. If you are not in this run, be careful not to chase into that. For goodness sakes, don't chase into it. This late in the run, I know that fear of missing out emotion is probably welled up in you big time if you're not in this run. But now would not be a very wise time to jump in to this run. Make sure that any trade that you make has a low risk entry. If you're wrong, the market rolls over. There's not much risk in that trade. Chasing into this, chasing into a diamonds trade or something right now would be pretty foolish. So we're gapping up strongly. We want to watch very, very closely here for any kind of signs of reversal. Also remember, anytime you gap up to a new market open, we're very susceptible to whipsaw price activity and a lot more volatility. So watch it closely. I don't know when the bears are going to come back. I only know that they will eventually come back. And at some point in time, we need to pull this market back, and it could be rather violent, having gone up so strongly. So be careful of that. Make sure you're taking profits along the way, scaling out. Now, I did take profits on Friday, but I held on to an awful lot of positions. So I put some money in the bank. You could have knocked me over with a feather to have seen us this strong this morning, but there we are, gapping up to new highs in the SPY, gapping up to new highs in the Qs, and even the IWM looks like it's going to gap up near the high of Friday, and just an amazing show of strength here by the bulls. So hang on as long as you can, and just avoid that emotion of greed. Don't let greed get in the way of taking a profit. Hold on too long and turn winning trades into losers. Be real careful of that. Let's take a quick look at the VIX. The VIX rallied a little bit on Friday. I have to assume with this big gap up that will have a lower open this morning. It's hard to know what's going to happen in a market that's so exuberant in one direction, but we'll wait and see. VIX is still very, very low here, and not a major concern at this point. But watch it closely, because any fear that creeps into the market could move the VIX here very quickly. Take a look at T2122. If we just a second, I gotta go to this chart. T2122 still has room for us to rally up here toward this bearish reversal zone. So we still have room to go up, and we're obviously going up sharply this morning. So we could be clear up here, shortly after the open. But right now, and also remember, we can stay up here for a period of time. We can wander around up in here. There's been periods of time where we've spent days just right up here in that reversal zone. So there's nothing in here that would suggest we absolutely have to just completely reverse after a pop-up into here. But we do want to be cautious and be watchful and careful for that. That could exist. Let's take a quick look at the economic calendar. Not much going on here today on the economic calendar. We've got the Empire State Manufacturing Survey that is expected by consensus to increase today. We'll have to see how that actually comes in at 8:30. And then there's just some bond auctions. So very light day today. And look, who'd have guessed? No Fed speakers today. How about that? The really big day here looks like it's going to be Thursday of this week, where we could get lots of news moving the market around. Oil continues to be extremely strong, and that's helping to drive the market. If we take a look at like USO, U.S. Oil Fund, extremely strong. And this morning, this is looking to get a little bit of a gap down today. We may finally see oil rest for a little while, but I don't see anything here that would suggest it's ready to fall off a cliff either. So oil is very strong, continuing to push those prices higher at the gas pump. That's also helping the market. Lots and lots of oil companies moving up. So on the earnings front this morning, we have, let's see, we had a good bunch of earnings this morning. Probably the ones more of note would be like UNH. UNH gapping up this morning after their earnings. Looks like they reported very well. Let's see. There was an earnings from. Well, I don't know. I think it's CSX. CSX. You can see it's gapping up this morning as well. Perhaps they've already reported. I think they were supposed to report after the bell, but looks like they're gapping up this morning, so showing some strength here. Amazing things going on in this market. We've got very, very strong earnings, and earnings continue to roll in strong. Now, remember, we have earnings season is just getting going, and we're getting kind of a slow start to this earnings season. But remember, starting tomorrow, let's see, we have Goldman Sachs, I think, reporting tomorrow. Some more of the big banks will start kicking in here, as well as I see a broker in here, Schwab. I see several banks in here potentially reporting tomorrow. Also, kind of take a look at the days following. We're just going to build up more banks, more things, and then we're going to get in. Probably next week, we're going to start hitting some of those tech earnings as we roll through, and we really start to build on those earnings numbers next week. So be careful and make sure you're checking for any companies that you hold or companies you're about to purchase. Make sure you're checking those earnings reports to have a plan as you move forward. And with that, folks, I want to thank everyone for stopping by and watching this video this morning. If you find this stuff interesting or find this usable for yourself, please do me a favor. Feel free to share this with anyone. I do this as part of my market preparation. I believe preparation is much more important than luck. I want to set my view for the day early in the morning here. I want to go through all the scenarios that could possibly happen and be prepared with a plan for the day. I don't want to be reacting after the fact or be surprised with what's going on in the market. I want to move with the market and be prepared with a plan. So please do me a favor, click those subscribe buttons on YouTube, the follow me button on Facebook, and also click those thumbs up buttons and drop a comment if you feel it's worthy. Everyone have a fantastic day. I wish you great profits, and I will talk to you all tomorrow very, very early. Wednesday morning. I'm a day late already. Everyone take care. Talk to you soon.